back to video games for realsies, no fooling. Today we're going to beat Wolfenstein, and then we're going to play Iconoclast. Last thing that happened with Wolfenstein was that we went to the moon, and we fought moon Nazis. We came back from the moon with the nuke codes, because the Nazis invented nukes in this timeline. And we're now trying to get the nuke codes back to our rebel base, but the rebels have been invaded by the evil Nazis. There's the lady that we fought earlier and mangled her face. She's still alive. They've taken over the base, and things look bleak. But, of course, I assume that BJ's going to come in and save the day. Hey, is everything okay? Sorry, Andrea forgot that I was streaming. She's traveling. She forgot her time zone, so she assumed that I didn't start for another hour. She was very confused. Her face got pretty mangled. That's pretty good. I don't know if I can kill this guy. I might need to have more explosive weapons to be able to do it here. She is in Palm Springs right now, where it is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is stupid hot Celsius. Someone can probably figure out the Celsius. Everyone there is like, oh, but it's super dry, so it's okay. And it's like, well, humidity in Los Alamos is 0% right now. Humidity in Palm Springs is 20%, so we're spoiled when it comes to dryness. I think I can run from him, maybe? This seems to be kind of working-ish right now. He's not... Oh, is he damaging me slowly? He is. Okay, I need to find another solution here. The humidity is like a multiplier that makes heat worse, for sure. Cool. I'm gonna have to schedule... I think we're gonna go ahead and schedule the chiptune stream right away. Jaden should be down. I think this is his last week of school, and then he's got off, so they'll have time to plan for it. Maybe I can get a battery charge here and try to use the nuke on this thing. I feel like this has been pretty good up until now. This thing just has too many hit points. It's been my problem. Hey! Oh, that wasn't good enough. Never mind. I did just finally get the unlock I was going for earlier, though. That's good. If I could get more battery, I might be alright. Come here. That's not gonna cut it. Hey! First try. Alright, we're playing video games again. The weirdest place to stop playing. It's not the best sound, right? Alright. Last we left off, she's crippled, but she's currently in this awesome, like, cyborg ninja Metal Gear suit that lets her walk. Which is a neat sequence. That ninja. Where are you? Max is still alive? He's still alive? I thought he was already like, incredibly dead. Jewish super science cyborg ninja suit. Yeah. I love how cheesy and serious the setting is at the same time. Very infrequently you see fiction pull that balance off. She has Jewish cyborg ninja suit technology. It's pretty rad. She's currently piloting the helicopter. I was certain that Max had sacrificed himself for me last time. This is what he'd like to happen. She's super dead.
Sometimes, truly, it's good to remember what you're fighting for.
Back to reality.
This is it.
From what we know of Deathshead's compound, prisoners are kept on the lower levels, close to the experimental labs.
It's a timing thing more than anything.
We have the nuclear
The
decryption key.
Jewish
We do it
cyborg ninja suits are covered in hexagons in this setting.
And you take down the outer wall using the cannon. Get inside the compound as fast as you can. Now they will return fire.
Probably gonna fight an evil
Taking
cyborg
serious
Fergus.
damage. Then we sail the U-boat out to a safe
I guess.
distance.
When you're inside, get down to the lower levels.
The guy on the left is the dude we choose to save.
We send in his helicopter. Once everyone is safely in the air, we prime the nuclear warheads, fire the atomic bombs, level the whole site.
Wipe Deathshead off the face of the earth.
Be safe out there.
You'll try.
See you on the flip side, Captain.
Mech sauce.
Cool. I still say I think the coolest thing about this game is how different every chapter feels. Like, kind of associate first-person shooters with it being a genre that kind of establishes early on what it feels like it's capable of doing, and then just reusing a lot of its assets to build different levels, not really changing things up from stage to stage. You need 10 more dual-wield kills, indirect kills using the reflection upgrade, which I think I have? I don't remember if I actually picked that up or not. I'm so sorry, Andrea. That's what she was calling to tell me. She realized that I was streaming. We're still not all the way there, right? Definitely not at parity with the female scientists. Their locker room.
Careful as you make your way to the cannons there. They're heading in fast, and the currents are bound
Doesn't
to be
help
strong.
that physicists are already like trend toward being super awkward, socially awkward. They have to know other female scientists, right?
Stand by, Cap. Readying the payload.
We are getting close. 200 meters. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Pretty good reply. Yeah, how about you? This very much has a final map feel to it, huh? That awesome Hebrew spindly ball thing. It needs more lava. Yeah. new donation song was Andrea's idea. I talked her into helping record it, though, because there's a lot of female voices in One Winged Angel. The Kai Mom triggered the smallest one yesterday, but it was during Gregorian chanting in God of War, so I don't even think it was audible. Yes, we do. Opening with all this loot makes me think this is what to expect. Come on. Dual marksman. They're like giving me all the guns. This might be the final level, maybe. Every other stage I've always had to start from scratch, gear-wise. This is like the best prison entrance in history. Yeah, that's all the loot. Perfect. Looks like I do have the wall deflection thing. Oh, he's already dead. Okay. This kind of feels more like... So I haven't really played the Wolfenstein series, but the design of this castle feels like how I imagined it would be. Hey, thanks, Chaos. Appreciate that. A year of Twitch subs. Nutty. Get that mirror upgrade as much as I can here. Oh, look at that damage.
You're super awesome.
Sweet. So much ammo. God, they give you so much ammo, so many shields and loot. Like, we've done the whole game a certain way up to this point. And now it's like, okay, now let's do Wolfenstein. You've unlocked it from playing the game up to this point. I use the reflection upgrade. I need to get battery to do that, though. Seems like a good hallway to try to get it in, but... Shit. Die already! I hate this shrapnel guy. Ugh. The 1946 Fortress bit at the beginning felt the most like the old games. Gotcha. I feel like I should probably play all the old Wolfenstein and Doom games. I've never actually experienced them. Yeah, no music on this one at the moment, which is an interesting choice. That's all I got for that. Nice. These guys do die eventually to that. Makes perfect sense. It's very reasonable. Rocket launcher guys are a pain in the butt. Dual wielding just melts and feels good now that we finally have enough loot or ammo to be able to do it too, right? I gotta get more ammo. Hold up. Nice. We got a big guy in here. This is the big guy from the very beginning, or that level where I was having trouble fighting him, right? Because I didn't have enough resources. Wow, he's going down a lot more readily than last time. Maybe they made him a little bit weaker that time. Pick up all the loot that dropped in this room. It was pretty awesome. Now we're getting some music. This is sort of like, without any spoilers, there's something that happens at the very end of Tomb Raider 2013 that is a really cool callback to the original games. It doesn't happen at all up until that exact moment, and it feels so cool. So it's similar with this stage being the first one that really gives you your full arsenal, and the more traditional storming a Nazi fortress experience. I would rather pick up ammo automatically. That's a good question, Donovan. It can be frustrating to have to go through and pick it all up manually. Deathshead, a gifted devoted researcher. That's the SS Special Projects Division. Utterly devoid of moral scruples. Generals, experiments, new technology gave the Nazi war machine the edge it needed to win the war. Almost perished in a Zeppelin crash. That's why he looks so evil. Because he's a victim of an accident. Yeah, if you have this volume of ammo and like shield pickups, I'd rather just walk over them, to be honest. There's so many. I wonder if it gave me any ricochet kills here. Ooh, not one. If I can even see my current progress in that, you know? Try using the marksman more. Hold the button to pick up everything nearby. Yeah, it's a pretty good Diablo loot solution. AoE loot. Sometimes the feedback of manually looting can be fun, but oh, they let me stealth a little bit here, that's cool. In case you've invested in stealth. Yeah. The pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up can be frustrating when there's like a gun that's not actually lootable. It's like a context-sensitive item press. Mashing to loot was pretty fun in Bioshock. That made perfect sense. So much for that. That makes a little bit more sense of what was happening a second ago. Oops, that's not the gun I was expecting. Oh, I see. Hold on. I'm in the wrong mode. Wish I could keep this running constantly. I don't think I can. Shit. I'm gonna die. That's alright. So I'll use that and I'll immediately switch to dual wielding the assault rifles. Bioshock, like, you had this really cool tactile sensation of looting because you very rarely were like maxed out on things, and there's a lot of garbage loot in that game, like things that up your mana and your hit points. I'm trying to think what's different about it though in that game, because there's a comparable amount of pickups compared to like this one. Maybe it felt more visceral, if that's the main benefit or not. There's another one here. if I can try to lure them to this location, you know. So start. Yeah, the sound in BioShock helps a lot, I feel like. It's such a silly thing to matter, but it feels like it totally does. Not work as well as last time. Not clear what causes it to use all of the resources. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Kaboom! Come on. These guys suck to kill sometimes. Got any more health pickups in here? Murder, huh? There's so much armor to pick up in here, too. Yeah. Sound design's really important. I love Celeste, but those doorbell sounds were pretty frustrating. Totally agree. Is this gun that I can dismount the same gun that the super soldiers carry, or is it different? Hey Retro, how you doing? The problem with the doorbell sound is it sounded so close, like I kept thinking it was an actual doorbell. I think it's the same, actually. Yeah, having all of the like pickups next to the statues feels very video gamey. Where the pickups have been pretty reasonably placed up till now. I like it though; it fits in this sequence. Wander down this kind of. Actually, do the. These guys typically take 3 rockets to kill, if I recall correctly. Yeah. They give you plenty of rocket drops, though, so that helps. Good luck using dual shotguns on these guys last time. Oh, good luck, Retro. Godspeed. Man, with dual shotguns, you just see it destroying them. It's fantastic. I love it. I really like this level so far. Feels really fun. Shit. Should be a bunch of ammo and... Like, there's a problem with that. This laser, I keep picking it up by accident. Right? Because I'm trying to spam X to pick stuff up. I need to, like, move it away from here. There's so many of them over here now. Trying to basically get everything but that. Max out on armor. More jerks in this hallway. Get this for the big guys. I like how there's not a lot of cover in this stage too. Like big hallways where you're supposed to run and run and gun. Howdy, friendo. How are you? Still alive? What? Nonsense. And most of them have these guns. How long have you been able to dual wield in this series? Is that since the original Wolfenstein, or is it like a Wolfenstein 3D thing? Just feels correct. I like the double helix with the snakes. That's a really cool symbol. The Deathshead symbol. Who's shooting at me? Oh. Howdy, buddy. See, that keeps happening. I keep picking that up. It's the one thing I really don't want. More Enigma code pieces. Switch back to the shotguns. Oh, this might be the first with dual wielding? It feels like such a over-the-top shooter thing to do, right? Completely unnecessary. Cheesy, unrealistic, right? But kind of awesome. That guy died nice and fast that time. It's a nice change. Just get right behind him and shotgun him several times to the head. Seems to be the way to do it. Okay, it's another path I could have taken. Ooh. It's progress, I think. I like how pure this level is so far, too, right? Everything up till now has been a lot of dialogue, interstitial cutscenes, things happening. This is just a video game level, and it feels perfect. It's gonna be Fergus, I think, the guy we let die at the beginning. He's definitely coming back as a boss. I'll be shocked if he doesn't. Yeah. Guys. Shitty mustache.
As the synthetic tetanus wasn't further inhibits your nervous system, shutting down your motor faculties. You'll find it harder and harder to breathe. There we are.
Shitty peach fuzz. This is the guy from the train with her way earlier in the game.
Ich habe ein Geschenk für dich, mein Schatz.
Wirklich? Ich liebe Geschenke. Zeigst du es mir?
Dir zeige ich doch alles.
Bubi, dein Geschenk
Can't monologue. I know, right?
Alles, was ich mir hätte erträumen können.
Darf ich ihn für dich aufschneiden?
Gerne.
This woman is my life, you understand? My everything.
It's good questions.
Homeblood, the smell.
How can you be moving? You give me enough toxins to paralyze an elephant.
Cerebral cortex.
Fast that was. So, something cool they're doing with the game, they're exploring the concept that, like, the FPS protagonist is absurd. He should not be able to withstand the amount of damage that he routinely takes. and fixes with just med packs and armor, right? So it's kind of cool to kind of fit that into the story. I don't know if they're ever going to address it explicitly and say that BJ has some kind of power that makes him so resistant to damage. He definitely has, like, the maximum, John McClane grit. That was one of my favorite. I love that in 4th edition D&D they moved to making hit points abstract instead of a literal representation of damage, like your will to fight on. And I think their example was John McClane. Let's do it, man. The knife for the auto stash.
There's your problem.
Yeah, he still has the effects. Nice! How'd it go, Yukubo? Fun? I love D&D.
William!
It's me!
What happened to you? You bleeding?
After Seth got us out from the cells, we thought we would be escaping all on our own. What to see, Blazkowicz? Jason Hoya, man.
Let's get out of here. Kinderlich, let's go! Lloyd! Lloyd!
You just had my sternum opened up. Right.
This elevator has seen better days.
I was just reading, there's a really cool Ask Reddit thread that was like, doctors and paramedics, like, give some examples of patients faking. I didn't know that they do a thing called a sternum rub. If you take your knuckles and rub them on your sternum, it hurts really bad. It doesn't hurt you at all, it's just very painful. And they'll do that to people who are pretending to be passed out.
Blazkowicz, help me out.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like there are a lot more dudes. I agree.
Thank you.
BJ's doing okay. It's a pretty typical Tuesday/Wednesday for him. I was gonna lose his hand for a second.
Get you out of there. We'll go somewhere. I believe there are still places on this earth where people can go and live happy.
I'd actually be down if Anya gets away and BJ dies, finally. I don't think I've ever told someone you're bleeding. Unless if it's clear they don't realize it. Finally. This game would be appropriate for that. We'll see if it is in fact a long hallway.
We have met before. I think today we meet for the last time. Captain Blazkowicz. Still fighting after all these years. I remember your friend. I savor his memory.
That's so cheesy. He's got his brain.
Remember him?
Fergus.
In work like this, it is easy to be tempted to sense.
Just the guy we had to choose to die.
We must learn that this is pointless instinct, not fit for the master race. Hoch, hoch, auf die Platte!
Interesting, yeah, because I think when we chose to have him die, the game cut away, so we didn't see this happen. We just heard his screams. Yeah, now they make you see it. I think I praised it for not showing it last time, but here they had to show it.
Ask you to consider. In the end, we will be judged, not by what we have destroyed.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
my god!
Whoa, sweet
Although
new
actually
music.
it was sort of obvious.
Can you grasp the splendor of it? The intelligence of the human brain, amalgamated with the efficiency and obedience of the machine.
Cockfighting. That's cool. Very psycho-Nazi. Okay, I gotta get my laser craft work back. He just took all my guns away from me, I see. What a boss fight hallway, shit. Give me my gun back, asshole. You reduce you to your knife after all that, right? Oh no, that's so sad. Very cool.
You in there?
Punched off the guns out of my inventory.
More control of my options. And please, let me die.
I will.
I'll see you soon, Burns. In a better place than this.
Metal Gear.
You perplex me, Captain, but you do not scare me.
If you could use the other robot against him, would be pretty rad. Oh shit. Storm itself, Other boxes I can try to look in here. Right? That is possible, right? More loot out back, more guns. It's this kind of fight. Oh yeah, one of these things from early in the game. Oh, I see. That's awesome. Is there one on the opposite side, maybe? Yeah, he's got two Zeppelins connected to him that we have to take out. That's so over the top and stupid, I love it. Deus Ex boss. Alright. Get over take quick. Death, destruction, and like really, really, really able to take a hit beyond anybody else you've probably ever heard of. Try to recharge what you can. I fucked up your Tesla coil, asshole. Rip the gun off the platform and wield it.
General, before the day is done, I will have you at the end of my blade and force your surrender.
Okay. Ah, here we go. This is the long hallway. Mecha Deathshead. That would be silly. Still a battery charge down here. This feels like a much more traditional final boss arena here too. What's the quote from the original? This game just might not have one. Maybe it has a narrative long hallway after the boss fight, but I guess that whole last stage where you get to do everything may have been that. Pig Dog. It's super good, Monofloyd. I recommend it heavily. I'm not a big shooter guy, but it's handling story and how like fundamentally cheesy the setting is with great agility. Like, it manages to still be Wolfenstein, I feel like, while being kind of a serious take. I love how the level variety is pretty awesome. I was not expecting that. There are entire stages where you have no guns at all. It threads the needle, yeah. I've never really played anything quite like it. It can be simultaneously ridiculous and have some reverence for its subject matter. Like, go fight Nazis on the moon. We'll make it feel like it's kind of serious. I think that's doing damage to him. I think the arena is kind of his health bar. It's getting more and more fucked up the more shit we're doing. Final boss in the original game had the same quote. Cool. Cutting me up was the long haul thing. Right. Shit. I gotta stick to what I know. That's not what I know. Running into fire. I will try it again. Am I actually, like, progressing the fight by hitting him with the laser craftwork each time? Kind of hard to tell. Oh yeah, the laser. I was doing damage. Okay, thanks. That's pretty good. Yeah, thanks for the heads up. It does feel like the arena gets more and more fucked up the longer you're fighting him. Maybe it's just he's shooting parts of the arena. Come on. Will it not charge the other one? Here we go. Just trigger it separately. Some more healing. So I can get some rockets to shoot at him too. I'll probably go for it later. Healing, armor. Try using the rocket launcher here. Okay, I thought it was gonna make me melee him eventually. You gotta take him out.
You chose well, Captain Blazkowicz.
This
is a good one.
Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
That's his trick. It's like One Punch Man, right? How do you withstand so much damage? Focus on my breathing.
I would never need it to you. Fine. I will gut you standing. So colorful.
Cool.
Captain, we are in position. The nuclear cannon is armed. Permission to fire?
I love how he's completely lacking for limbs, and I'm just bleeding a little bit.
Whose flame is the imprisoned lightning? And her name, Mother of Exiles. Commit, you're tired. You're poor. Your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these. The homeless. Tempest tossed.
He only buys the highest quality plot armor.
To me.
Yeah, I love that they just acknowledge that really early in the game.
You're clear.
Watch him survive them nuking the facility. That game was awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. Just has to get in a fridge.
I believe if we just keep trying, it'll be alright. I believe that someday we're gonna find our way. And I believe
There's a sequel called The New Colossus. It's not quite as universally acclaimed, right? Probably just because it's the problem of this game did something new. How do you follow up to that? You can't just keep doing this level of innovation every time. Oh, there's a prequel?
the angels listen, God hears us pray. And I believe in a
Oh, the box art has a spoiler on it. Okay. I feel like the way this game has been building up, they're gonna nuke the facility and BJ's gonna be fine. So one of those smaller would-be DLC, but standalone. Is it less expensive as a result? Or what's the deal?
I believe, I believe, I believe, I
Ryan Bloom.
I believe,
Dwight Schultz is the only name on there I really recognize compared to the typical voice acting cast in every game. I love Set's voice actor. He was awesome. It's gonna be a fun casting call to be a native speaker of German.
there's an answer waiting when the day is done.
So we never got to kill Elena. We just got to make her sad by killing her BFF.
Just keep searching, you'll find someone. I believe that you and I just lost our way.
It was Elena, right?
And I believe in a beautiful day. I still believe in a beautiful day.
What was her first name?
But not for me.
Or did they not tell it to us?
Not for you. I know you tried. I tried to.
Probably confusing her with
Sometimes it's all our dreams just don't come true.
combining her with like Elsa from Last Crusade, who's also a Nazi lady. Irene, good, thank you.
I believe.
Even an awesome soundtrack too. I loved all that. I wish I would have found all the records. I'll have to look those up afterward. Berlin Boys and Stuttgart Girls.
Beautiful day.
Right. There's something about maiming a villain. It just feels so correct. Sometimes a hero too, but like I felt like they didn't go. I mean, spoilers for Force Awakens, because you would see it if you saw a trailer for Last Jedi. But like, I was really hoping they were gonna super maim Kylo Ren at the end of Force Awakens, and they didn't really. I like that cool like carbon fiber thing that he had, but he was mostly healed by the end of the movie. It always bums me out when they maim a character and then they kind of go back on it later. That kind of happens. No, it's a spoiler. The movie's too recent. I imagine a lot of the times it has to do with actors not wanting to wear prosthetics, right? It can be more challenging. It worked in like Empire: Return of the Jedi. There was a point to it. May. Just wear a glove. Guess they commit to it like Game of Thrones. Well, not all the way. Tyrion's supposed to be super maimed in the books. He's like horrific to look upon, but I don't think they want to like doctor up Peter Dinklage to have no nose. I've heard about a lot of actors that don't want to return to a part just because of the makeup. I guess Hugo Weaving doesn't want to do Red Skull because the makeup sucks to wear. Like this credit sequence, like there's stuff in the background, it's a little bit out of focus. Gotta get that Disney money. Get that Disney money. Cash cows. Seems like there's never going to be such a thing as superhero fatigue in terms of the box office. Apparently Solo did really poorly. I haven't seen it, so no spoilers. But I wonder what that's going to teach Disney. Maybe don't overmilk this franchise. There are stories that don't need to be told. It's the lesson. Did poorly for Star Wars. Okay, it still made money. Good shit. $150 million. I guess in the context of like Avengers, that's bad. Yeah. It did worse than Deadpool 2, right? Oh man, Nick Fury's gonna show up and find BJ's remains. Ask them to join the Avengers. No, there wasn't a post. Oh, okay. Huh. Is there something that happens after the credits if you, like, find everything? Or is that really the end no matter what? I'm really surprised that they didn't exhume him. And he's just like, oh, walk it off. Alright, it'll take me a few minutes to get Iconoclast set up. Thanks again for watching and sharing Wolfenstein. We'll be back in a little bit.